Hello, guys. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, y'all. Okay.
Okay, this is a deep question, y'all.
Yes, it is. Woo.
Is
Okay.
unconditional love for real? What say you?
No.
Jesus.
Right, okay.
That's why you need Jesus. That's
the only one.
Unconditional.
Yeah,
love,
I'm gonna go with no. And that sounds like I felt bad when I said I was like no, because I could hear someone say, "You love your kids unconditionally." Listen, every person living has a limit. Everyone has a limitation. Everyone has a deal breaker, whether they have addressed it or not, whether they recognize it, they have it. And you can be thrust into a situation where you can start to dislike someone so much that your love can fade, and love can fade.
Or it can be such a toxic
it can be such a toxic
relationship that you can love people from a distance.
Yes, you can.
Sometimes you love them, but you can't deal with them.
Yeah.
So you have to, maybe there has to be some separation
in that way. Yes, unconditional love can be very true. But love in what we're used to, like
plus with your children, there's some things you need to do.
Yep.
So I'm not always going to be your best friend.
Right.
I'm not always going to be popular with you, because I'm trying to raise you to be a productive adult.
Yes.
So there's some expectations there. There's some things there that
that's not going to be fun for you.
So now your grandkids, it gets a little closer to unconditional, because I say your grandbabies, they sweat sugar and shit cotton candy. Now that's the truth.
Yours do, because they're super
nothing, they're perfect. And I have no expectations.
Yes.
I'm not trying to do anything other than love you. So when you come to Lolly's house, it's on.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, all the snacks, all the fun. Yep. Of course you can do that. Of course you can watch TV. Of course we can eat Fruit Loops for dinner, whatever it is. But that's not my job. So it's a lot different.
Yeah.
It's a lot different.
Well, I think what people assume love is and what love really is are very different things. So what I mean by that is love is not always condoning. Love isn't always being around someone. Love is not watching someone do something that is literally degrading them in every sense of the word and not calling them out on their stuff. So we live in a world where love is real sugar coated. Like love is like butterflies and candy and I don't step on your toes. And that's not real love. Yeah. So that I don't believe can be unconditional. That is very conditional. It's absolutely contingent on the feel good moments. Now, real love, like, okay, Natasha, you're being stupid. Like plain and simple. I do believe that can be unconditional, but then that's not what people see as love.
Well, I mean, there's because of love, which is kind of infatuation because you make me feel a certain way, because you do certain things for me. I love you. And then there's in spite of love, in spite of some stuff you do, I'm going to overlook that and love you, which is a little more mature. I still think there are conditions.
Oh,
but,
yes.
Each of us, we all have baggage. We have stuff.
Yep.
And what we're wanting is for someone to see us and our stuff, climb over the stuff to get to us.
Yes.
And that's okay for a time. Some of us have like Mount Everest.
Yes.
And someone might be willing to do that, but you've got to start unpacking your crap.
Yes. They can't climb over that day in, day out, year in, year out.
Not every day.
Yes,
so
I agree. And
that's
then
some work for you to do.
Do you love them? If your expectation is for them to climb Mount Everest every time, then you don't really love them.
Right.
Because you would want to...
Or yourself.
Yeah. You would want to make it... You would want to be more accessible to their love. That's
I just want to be okay and healthy and and we all have it, and probably are gonna have it.
Yes.
Till you leave this earth.
Yes.
But you can get down from a mountain to a molehill from a molehill to a suitcase to a backpack. I mean, just start unpacking and doing your work. And if you need therapy, please
do
go.
It. Yeah. And now it's accessible. Now it's online. You can do it through your phone.
And you know, some people, you just might need somebody to talk to and unpack it with.
Yes.
And, you know, depending on what your issues are,
yes,
I mean, figure it out.
I definitely have downgraded. I have one little Target bag, you know, worth of issues, but it definitely took work. And it took me knowing, ooh, I don't know that I want to deal with this with other people, so I shouldn't require that of them. Right. So that was it. And
so that's it. And you know what? I don't care who it is. There is something that person could do that could make you really need to leave.
Yes.
Not just, sure. And then of course, and then want to leave.
Yes.
You know, so
yes,
we all have a limit, and you think, oh no, trust me. Because sometimes the least likely people, and you all know people like that, and you think they would never do that, but they did. Yeah, they did that.
Yes.
So I'm voting no.
My vote still says no.
Yeah. You know, when I get to heaven, y'all, I'm going to ask God why people don't have signage and instructions. Wouldn't that be so easy if you could say, this person right here?
I don't know if you ever listened to Lauryn Hill years ago, but in my head I heard, it could all be so simple. I'm like, because you know, what if we all had like a different like glow about us? Like if I saw a certain color, I don't do that one. You know, I told my husband when we were dating, I said, our crazies play well together in the sandbox. Because everybody is a little bit crazy. Everybody has something.
Just
like
can you deal with their crazy?
But our crazies play well together in the sandbox. So we're
absolutely
good.
It.
But we have personalities that we know we could find someone attractive, and you know we could agree with them about child rearing or finances or whatever. But if our crazies don't play well together, all that stuff does not matter.
Right.
It's not about
compatibility.
I was married previously before my husband, and someone told me, I don't care how well you get along when you're having a good day. Tell me how you all react when you're having the worst day. And I just thought, what? But that's like few and far in between. That doesn't make sense. But it is one of the truest, you know, bits of advice / opinion that I've ever received is, well, don't tell me how it is on a good day. Well, you're both good. Like, how do you act when you're on a bad day? And, you know, Cedric and our crazies play well together in the sandbox. That's just the best way I can put it. And it works out. But if we had signage, we definitely have people we would not be compatible with. Yeah. And I want to be clear, our idea of signage, it's not horoscopes. I think people really, really, really get into that. And I don't think that's written in stone. Maybe it's just me.
I don't. You know, I mean,
it's my 17
every once in a while
fun.
you read, that's, and they hit something, but or instructions.
Oh my gosh.
That would be, you know, just like washing this person gently wash.
Yes.
Hang to dry.
Yes. No joke. Tumble on low and then come back. Yeah. That would be
great.
And I think,
but we don't have that.
We don't.
And then sometimes people can't even tell you what they need.
No, some people can. Some people cannot communicate their needs,
and they don't know. Maybe they don't even know what they need.
I know. I was thinking that's a whole episode. But I will say, if you are in a relationship and you do believe the person really cares, but it's just you're still just rolling your eyes when you take a shower, thinking, maybe focus on how to communicate some of your needs. Maybe because a lot of times it's us not saying what we need.
Yes,
like a lot.
I agree.
We have expectations in our heads, and we're like, "Well, surely you're going to do this." They don't know that.
Yes.
My husband squeezes toothpaste. I mean, it's. I don't even know. I can't even just. It literally looks like he just grabs it and is like I don't. And it used to drive me crazy. I mean, like. I would wake up and I would be like, I can't even brush my teeth after washing camera. It's driving me crazy. And I don't know why, but it just, my dad rolls it from the bottom. My mom rolls it from the bottom. I grew up. So, you know, in my head, I was like, why does this look like a bear crushed this? So I started buying him the plastic. I don't even remember the brand. I don't know if it's Crest or Colgate, but it's just this little suave, little plastic looking one. And he can't crush it.
Oh, okay.
He can't crush it.
Problem solved.
But he did not know what was wrong with me. And so one day I was on a rampage. And he's like, what's wrong? I was like, you keep crushing this toothpaste. And he's like, what? I was like, the toothpaste. You do it. I fix it every day. I smooth it out and I do this. And then I go back and it's just crushed. And we have different toothpaste. Like, this isn't even mine, y'all. This is not one I use, okay? I use Sensodyne. This is his toothpaste. Why this? But that was my own thing. This happened for a year. A year of me being like, I'm going to murder him in his sleep if he does this again. Knowing I'm going to wake up, he's going to brush his teeth, and it's going to look like 3 5-year-olds wrestled over. But that was my own fault. After I communicated it, it never happened again. It was like, I should have said something.
How funny. It's the little things.
It is the little things. But now there's no need. We don't even buy that kind anymore.
So we're saying no.
No to
except
unconditional
Jesus.
love.
That's only somebody that love you unconditionally.
Yep, the only one.
Because
it sure ain't me.
There are people that will love you, but,
a lot.
Handle your mess.
Oof, yes, please.
And unpack your crap.
Yes.
So that's a little motherly advice.
And come with signage.
Yes.
No, seriously, save yourself sometime. Save them sometime. You know, if we would just be honest. Ooh, that's a whole nother. We're not gonna get deep in that. But if we would just be honest and show up and say, hey, this is what I need.
XYZ.
Yes, this is what I need.
Don't come at me with ABC.
Right. This is what I need. You know, and that's like someone who hated buying gifts, right? And to the point where they're like, I'm not going to do that. That's not a good person for you, Lisa. You like gifts. That's part of your thing. But I'm going to wake you up at 3 a.m. and ask you weird questions. I'm going to wake you up at 3 a.m. and I'm going to tell you, hey, I love you. So do you think Memento Mori would make a difference today, like in 2021? How do you think this would be handled? And that's just me. Like, very weird. One day we may feature him and he can tell you some of the weird questions. I mean, 1 a.m. I'm like, do you think raccoons have sex or at night or during the day? Like, just random. I feel so bad for my husband. I really but he has his own things too.
I'm not a raccoon.
Right. I mean,
don't really care.
Well, and then like the other week we saw a possum and my husband thought he hit the possum and I'm like an animal lover. So I'm like trying to go outside to rescue this possum, hoping I don't get rabies, right? Because this is a scared possum. And the possum was gone. There was no blood. I'm all in our alley. Then we see a possum baby. So we're in this whole thing. So middle of the night,
Cedric killed the baby's mama.
Yeah, Cedric wakes me up and he was like, okay, I guess you can feed it because I don't know if I hit it or not. Like, but that's me. He's inherited that from me.
But if he could get away, if he wasn't there, he wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't hit it. I think he thought he did. He didn't hit it. The babies are fine. I do sneak them lettuce. I just realized my husband's going to hear this.
Oh my gosh.
But they needed it because we didn't know where the mom was.
Y'all, don't start about possums. My oldest daughter, at her wedding venue, which was a farm, at a certain time, it happened at the rehearsal and at the wedding. This possum, because they put out cat food for the barn cats.
Oh, he'll come get it.
He would march across it. Y'all, he was guest.
Yeah.
Everybody there. He just marches across.
Yeah, it's his time to eat, baby.
To the don't possums.
If you've ever seen
they're
Bob's
in the
Burgers,
same category as squirrels.
Raccoons. Well, yeah, they're all in that same category.
On my
little King Trash Mouth. That's the name of the raccoon on Bob's Burgers. My mom. My mom
used to went on a tangent.
My mom used to feed raccoons, and she named them, and they were only friendly to her. So, like, after a certain time, we couldn't go in the backyard. My parents have a really large backyard, and my dad has built houses for years, so we have this really cool play set. And she named them Ricky and Roxanne. I'm not kidding you. And she fed these raccoons, and my mom was in a car accident. Do you know they came to the window, like, they were looking for her and literally crying. So my mom came, she's limping to the door, and they were so happy. Like, it was... this is where I get it from. So, and Cedric knows this. Like, I'm team, it's injured, let's pick it. Oh my husband ran out into a very busy road because there was a turtle. And I was going to cry if that turtle got hit. So he had to pull over, grab this snapping turtle, and run it to the edge. And I was like, thank you, because he was going to get hit. Like, I know, it's me. Yes, come with signage, because now but the truth is, from the beginning.
So you see a little bit of her crazy.
You see it. But I told him, I was like, hey, I'm going to drive you nuts. And he told me, nope, I'm here. And he's been here all these years. It's almost our wedding anniversary. So he's good.
He's good, y'all.
Bless his heart.
That's not bad luggage.
You don't think so?
I mean, there's much worse.
You're right.
No, I wouldn't like it, but
I'm gonna start calling at 1 a.m. Lisa, do you think there are raccoons like now eating dinner? Yes.
Oh, okay. Man. Do you or don't you put makeup on every day?
Nope.
Okay, I am.
Are you a makeup lover? Or
I mean, I'm not one of those people that's just like deep off
like
into
full
it,
face, yeah.
But I do feel a little better when I put a little something on. But I found a new one, y'all, because I don't like a heavy makeup. I don't like something that takes a lot of time, because otherwise I'm not going to do it. But it's called Jones Road, and it's all natural. And Bobbi Brown developed it. And, she had a great makeup line that it's still in production, but she sold the company to whoever, I don't know who runs it now. And then she started Jones Road. But it's kind of cool. The foundation is pencils. There's things that are multi-purpose. That you can use lips and cheeks. And
now I kind of like that.
It's just very natural, and it takes not even 5 minutes to do. So I do it.
Maybe I should. No,
I'm not. Now, my youngest daughter, Kennedy, I love her to make me up, because she does the whole big thing, and she watches tutorials, and, she loves to do it. Now, that's not me.
Okay.
that is not me. No. But I know a lot of people do and enjoy it.
I'll share a picture. I went to Ulta like the night before my wedding. If you all could see Lisa's face, she's like, what do you mean? I went to Ulta like literally the night before my wedding. I had like $30 because I'm like, okay, it's just makeup. Like, how much could this cost? Well, just the foundation was like that much. And I do, my mom,
$200 later.
My mom loves Bare Minerals. And she was like, get Bare Minerals. I have really sensitive skin. So when she rang it up and I had a coupon, I was like, excuse me? She said the price. I don't remember it, but I've kept the receipt all these years because I just thought there's no way. So I rarely, if ever, wear makeup. I like it. I have, my sisters both do wear makeup and they're very beautiful. And I always joke that I'm the brains and they're the beauty, because I don't know how to do it. It's not what I do. So like lip gloss is my jam. Neutrogena has like colored lip gloss stuff. That's my thing. Maybe eyeshadow, like maybe not really, if I have it. I don't know how to do any of the other stuff.
That's okay.
Nothing.
It's not everybody's jam.
No.
And it's not, I'm not a big proponent. I just put a little something on and I do feel better and kind of put together. And I think it's all about that. It's like, do you and what makes you feel good and happy. It's really not my jam. Yeah. I don't watch tutorials. I don't want to contour anything.
I watch the tutorials. I think it's cool.
I don't want to, like you can get so involved. And if you do, God love you. Do you, boo? But I'm not into it that deep. That's why I love Jones Road, because I was telling my older daughter this whole thing when we went to the wedding, and I was like, and it was during COVID, because usually we would have somebody do our makeup, but because it was COVID, that was a thing.
I didn't even think about that.
It was, you couldn't find anybody. So it's like, gosh, I need to do makeup, but I can't really do makeup. So I said, look, I know.
Well, you're wearing a mask.
I'm not going to do anything too weird or complicated. So I just got something really simple, and I'm enjoying that. So it's good. So
speaking of makeup, I want to do, she has a YouTube. I found her on Facebook years ago. She has a podcast.
Oh.
And I know you don't like, now I like true crimes. Like I definitely still love that. So she, while doing these makeup tutorials, so you're watching her go from, just her regular face into these full faces of makeup, she tells like kind of like spooky history. Like
Oh, cool.
She'll outline, you know, a murder that happened, or what was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the movie, what was it based on? And so her name is Bailey Sarian. She has a podcast. We'll definitely share her YouTube.
So does it take a long time? It must if she's telling a story.
This is what she does professionally. So they're usually not that long.
Okay.
Like, or if
so she's a makeup artist.
She's a makeup artist and
makeup.
She does them.
Oh,
and
cool.
She has my jam. My husband always checks. He's like, has Bailey posted anything? And because I like stuff about serial killers and true crime, like it's just, and it's so fun to watch her do makeup while telling you these like
gruesome
stories. And so she makes me wish I could do makeup, but sadly, that's not. If you need me to decorate a cake, I can decorate it, right? That's my jam. If you need a party decorated or even just a dinner setting, Lisa is your girl. But makeup, no,
it's not so much.
I can paint nails. That's it. That's like the extent of my talent. I just want to be
presentable and feel cute myself. I don't need to be real glammed up.
I need to get there and feel presentable.
You know, and I guess maybe if I had somewhere really glammy to go, I would entertain that. for then, I guess I would. Mm-hmm. You know, if I was going to the Academy Awards or something, I would love to get really glammed up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see that as an everyday thing.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
And although I know there's people that do like doing that.
My friend was like, "So you didn't hire a makeup artist?" She came to do my hair. I was like, "No."
I wanted to. We wanted to with my other daughter. We did, but because of COVID, we just couldn't do it. So yeah, we kind of panicked. Really, it was kind of like, oh my god.
So this sounds like kind of like a makeup item or a thing special to you that you can't live without. Do you have any gadgets? Like any gadgets that you're just like, I cannot live without this thing. This is my jam.
My Keurig coffee maker.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh.
I don't have makeup gadgets, so
but your Keurig coffee maker. Okay,
and I'm not really a gadgety person. Like you guys,
I don't like a lot of stuff.
That's why I don't cook much, because if I have to use a whole bunch of pots and pans to get it together, I'm not doing it.
You do HelloFresh, and they do try to minimize.
They do.
They try.
If I didn't do HelloFresh, I wouldn't be doing lots of pots and pans.
Oh my gosh.
But I just So the Keurig, I can't make coffee, y'all. I tried. Like Connor had me doing the he does the
French press, right? Oh,
which is like you need a PhD in science to do that.
Okay,
I tried it and it was mud.
No,
it was awful.
no shade, Connor. It is like low key, hella complicated. Like,
it is.
But I need coffee. I need coffee to think straight to do that. Yeah. So then, what do I do?
And in the morning, I'm not perky. I'm not just like a bubbly, perky. I don't want to.
Are you not a morning person?
No, I don't want to do. Well, I'm up in the morning. But
that don't mean
but I'm not happy. Like I don't speak until noon. So just leave me alone. Go about your business.
I'm a morning person.
I'm like Robin Roberts gets paid to be perky in the morning. I don't.
Yes.
So I'm not perky. So I don't want to measure and pour and do stuff.
All this stuff.
So I just want to put the little cake up in there, push the button, and go on my way.
That's pretty funny to me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick Keurig because you picked it. So, but
we can share. How many of y'all love Keurig?
I'm gonna say it's obviously the coffee is not as good as when I make it myself. If I do pour over or French press, but it's easy. Right? It's easy and it's accessible. And if I'm sleepy or tired or just trying to have a moment right before the kids get up and it's, mommy, I want Madeleines, mommy, I want pancakes, I use the Keurig. So I probably use it at least 5 days a week. I do like pour over, but I love tea. I like tea, but I grew up in the hood and had no idea that there's like special ways to make tea. So different tea leaves you need to use a different temperature of water, which I will never get right on the stove. So I have, and I can't find the name of the brand, so we'll just have to link it. And it's just escaping my brain. I have a tea kettle and it has like 5 settings. And so you can push if you want green tea or oolong tea or black tea.
Cool.
So
it's electric.
It is electric. Okay. So you just have it filled with water And that way, when I buy a tea, typically I'm at Central Market. I like to buy their little bulk section tea. I know, okay, oh, it's a green tea, so I can do that. But I can use it to do my pour over coffee. So I'm going to say my tea kettle is my gadget that I use every single day.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I will go spend the money if that bad boy breaks, Lord, because I'm going to, nope, we can't have to. That's mine. I had another one that I thought of, but that's mine. That's mine.
Save it for another.
I will. So this week, I'm actually prepared 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, for guys?
Now
you got them lined up now?
Yes. Now
they're in the queue.
I don't know who's going to be there next week. I'm not sure. I try not to revisit the same old boyfriends, but sometimes we relapse and go back to our exes.
Yeah. Hello, Jennifer.
So, okay, and quickly, but we're not going to go there. So mine, he was on to all the boys I've loved before. He is too young for me, but my God, he is.
Oh, he
is so handsome. I hope that he's a little older. Like in my head, he's so young because of those roles. And I'm like, ugh.
I think he's probably pretty young.
Oh, is he like for real? Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm sure in his 20s.
Oh, God.
He's not older than that. He's not older than in his 20s. Man. I don't know where in the 20s, but that's still a baby.
Now I understand why when I give people, you're like, oh, because that's how I feel. But so it's Noah Centineo. That smile is dreamy. He's so precious. Handsome, but he is way too young for me. So he is a boyfriend. Can he be the sexiest boyfriend alive? It's like sexiest man. I mean, he's grown enough to be a man.
It's all fantasy.
It is all fantasy.
We wouldn't do this.
So he's like, if I was in college,
yeah,
because if he's in his 20s, yeah. But that is, I love him, and he just has this. He reminds me of Pete Davidson. And I know Pete Davidson is not your jam. They both have those
something
big
about
smiles.
their eyes.
Yes,
too.
Yes. And Pete Davidson is my jam. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, this would be with Pete without tattoos. I can
see that.
So yes,
I can see that. But he's adorable.
Noah is mine. Who is your man this week?
Idris Elba. I don't have to say anything else.
Nothing else. No other words are needed.
Just
Fun fact:
drool.
Target has an Idris Elba coloring book.
What?
And I may or may not have colored him with clothes or without clothes. But they do. They have it's like, they have the adult coloring books now. They have an Idris Elba coloring book. It is worth it. It is worth it, y'all.
He's just so...
The accent.
Everything. Yes. Sexy, dreamy.
He is.
Just kind of badass.
He's the person
in a lot of roles.
He's the one who throws you a leather jacket, says, come on, and you put on the jacket like an idiot and just follow him wherever he tells you to go. Yeah, I agree.
Wouldn't even have to throw the jacket. Just come on, right? Who needs a jacket?
Who needs that? I'm going with you. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. And ours are always very different. But this is probably our most different week yet. I don't know.
We give you a range.
We have to share, because mine is way too young for me. So I'm going to share Idris a little bit, because he's at least my age.
They're fantasies.
They are all fantasies.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this was kind of a little self-helpy, just the idea of get to know yourself and have a little signage about you. You don't have to wear it on your sleeve, but be honest about yourself and
unpack your crap.
Yes, and unpack your crap. And hopefully you guys can share. Actually, I do want to know, how many of y'all drink coffee, and what is your mechanism?
And who drinks tea?
Yes,
there are tea drinkers.
There are tea drinkers. I'm both. I want coffee in the morning and then tea the entire day. But I'm curious to see if people are like Connor and do this whole science experiment. And if so, how do you get energy to do this before you're awake? Because coffee is the thing that kicks off the day. So I don't have the brain power to do all that. And I am a morning person. I am a morning person.
It depends on how much you love coffee.
No,
like girl, I like it, but like in the morning, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? Where if you're like, I'm not a coffee
connoisseur,
right?
I love.
So
coffee.
It doesn't. I mean, it's just coffee.
Nope, that's not true. That's not. Nope.
But I think that's Connor. So I think that's why. Now, when he makes it, I enjoy it and love it. Yeah. But I'm not doing that. I tried it once with some people over. It was just so funny, and I made it, and they were too polite to say, and I knew it was bad, so I was like, okay, I'm making tea. So I just made everybody tea.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. Like why did I think, having people over, I could
I could do this. Well, speaking of gadgets in the coffee realm, we're gonna post this to our Instagram. There is a coffee maker that is an alarm clock.
Ooh.
And that's like how it works. Like you wake up to this fresh, yes, and it's $400.
So it's an alarm?
It's an alarm that is a coffee maker.
Okay.
But it's cooler than it sounds. So I'm gonna post the video. I told my husband that I need this by next year. And if you all would have seen his face, he's like, so you want a coffee maker in our bedroom? I was like, yes. What
you couldn't hear it in the kitchen? It's not that loud. You don't think?
I want it by the bed. I want to wake up and feel like
smell it.
There, yes.
Well, the coffee makers that you put on a timer, I think. Do you smell it? You might smell it.
You're gonna talk him out of letting me get this gift.
Sorry, but see, my thing is, even
you can't. You
still have to make it.
No, like, when you see this one, you'll understand.
Y'all,
wait, so you can't do those either?
Lazy. I mean, I could, but why? Why do that? If I could just put the little cake up in there and push the button. Like,
because those taste better.
It doesn't matter.
It's not worth it to
that's
you.
Why, yeah.
No, I do. I love a good old drip coffee maker. I love camping. I have like the little percolator, like the old Western people on the trail.
I like all those, but I want somebody else making it. Maybe, y'all, when I get the inheritance,
I was about to say,
gonna, this was in the previous.
So you're gonna have a driver that can also make
coffee, or just or just a coffee maker, a barista. I can hire my own private barista.
Now that would be badass.
Would just come every day and make me coffee.
Now that's
or have a little Starbucks attached to my house. And they just go
I was about to say, or Idris Elba could serve you coffee every day in bed. But then that's more fantasy than it is inheritance.
Well,
depends on how much you inherit.
If you had a guy that was that good at making coffee, he's lacking something.
You think so?
Probably. At my age.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I don't know if that would be just like way up on the list of what,
I can make my own.
It'd be great, but it may not happen. I'm not holding my breath for that.
Well, we ended very coffee, so we're so glad that you guys joined us, that you were free for coffee. Feel free, and please remember to follow us on Instagram at Are You Free for Coffee? Not hard to find. Same name as the podcast. Or email us. We really do want to know from you. Coffee versus tea. I'm going to post this because I'm curious, and I want to know if you guys are like Connor and, it takes you 30 minutes to make this, or if you're like Lisa and it takes you 30 seconds to make this. I'm curious. Until next time.